Ed Gainey made history last fall when voters elected him as Pittsburgh's first African-American mayor. Tonight, in his first sit-down interview, Mayor Gainey talks to KDKA's Andy Sheehan about what it means to him and the city and how he plans to bring a racially divided Pittsburgh together.
I, Edward C. Gainey.
Edward C. Gainey.
To Ed Gainey, becoming the city's first black mayor is not a personal achievement, but the fulfillment of the dream of generations of black leaders before him who fought for equality and paved his way to Grant Street.
You talking about people I can never step in their shoes. You talking about people that made this city better. I can never live up to be a Bird Brown or Harvey Adams, a Elmer Speed Fox, Connie Parker. I could never live up to them. Their shoes are too big for me to fill. The only shoes I can fill is Ed Gainey's.
Gainey says he's seen Pittsburgh rise from the collapse of the steel industry to become a high-tech mecca, but it has not been a tide to lift all boats. Now in the mayor's office, he's set about the task of ending historic inequities in housing, education, employment, and infant health, erasing the divide between white and black Pittsburgh.
It's always been a tale of two Pittsburgh, and we know that. I understand the segregation. I understand why our neighborhoods look the way they look. But do we have to stay that way? Do we? Or can we work together as people that's from this city to say that they love this city regardless of what neighborhood you come from?
In just a few short weeks since becoming mayor, he's been hit with snowstorms and snowplow shortages, a fatal shooting outside a city high school, and the collapse of the Fern Hollow Bridge. But he'll soon begin unveiling his agenda involving the development of affordable housing, police reform to reduce what he sees as the over-policing of black neighborhoods, and dealing head-on with the problem of youth gun violence, enlisting the hospital systems, the schools, corporations, and the broader community to address the underlying causes.
Violence is something in this city we must address, and it just can't be done through public safety. Though public safety plays an important part, we need a public health plan to address violence so that we come up with solutions like a pathway to progress, something that begins to talk about putting our children in a different environment through structure that gives them hope and opportunity.
And despite the focus on the black community, Gainey says it is not to the exclusion of anyone. He says his goal is to make a city better for everyone, even those who didn't vote for him.
At the end of the day, I want them to know that, listen, I'll represent you too. Regardless of how you see me, your image of me, your stereotype of me, I don't care. What I care about is how I serve this city, the city I love, and how we build a city that is for everybody. And by all means, I understand that we're not going to transform this city in my time as mayor. It takes 20 years for something to grow. But what we can do is we can plant a seed and allow that seed to begin to grow so that people can see that there is real significant benefit in a diverse population and having a diverse workforce and having a city that's for all, where everybody feel they have an opportunity.
But Ed Gainey's vision for Pittsburgh goes beyond the mayor's office, beyond City Hall. He says city government can initiate change, but it must be embraced by the entire community, a community he hopes to bring together. Reporting in City Hall, Andy Sheehan, KDKA News.